Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 8th. So students, in today's video we will start reading with our next chapter from the book Honeydew. This is chapter number 5 and the name of the chapter is The Summit Within, and this chapter is written by Mr. H.P.S. Ahluwalia. So first of all, let's discuss the title of the chapter. What summit means? Summit means the highest point of something, or we can say the peak of something. And here we are having the summit within. So within means our inner self. It means we should have a control over our within self. We should have a control over the highest point of our inner self. So what it actually means, when we will read the chapter, then only this thing will be clear. Okay, so now let's start reading with our chapter. So first of all, before you read, so before starting the chapter, let's get some idea. Major H.P.S. Ahluwalia was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. So first of all, we are having one introduction of this great personality, that is Major H.P.S. Ahluwalia. So who was he? He was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest, and this expedition was there on Mount Everest in the year 1965. It means इससे पहले भी there were so many efforts, there were so many expeditions, but none of the expedition was a successful one, and this was the first ever successful Indian expeditions of Mount Everest, and it was there in the year 1965. And this great personality, Major H.P.S. Ahluwalia, he was a member of this group. He was the member of this successful expedition. Clear? How did he feel when he stood on the highest point in the world? So now the question that arises here is, when he was there on the highest point of the world. So we all know that Mount Everest, this is the highest point of the world. This is the highest peak of Himalayas. So now when he was there on the highest point of the world, so at that time, what were the feelings, what were the emotions that he was having? And this was the question. Let us hear his story in his words. Climbing the summit, and then the more difficult task of climbing the summit within. So in this chapter we will read his story in his own words, the story of climbing the summit. So here summit means the Mount Everest, that is the highest peak, that is the highest point of the world, and even the more difficult task, that is climbing the summit within. It means yes, Mr. Ahluwalia, he was successful in climbing the Mount Everest, that is the highest point of the world, that is the summit of world, but still he was having one task that was even more difficult, and that task was to climbing the summit within. Okay, so was he successful in this mission also? Was he successful in climbing the summit within? Okay, so now let's start the chapter and let's have all the answers. Of all the emotions which surged through me as I stood on the summit of Everest, looking over miles of panorama below us, the dominant one I think was humility. So now Mr. Ahluwalia, he is writing his story in his own words. So he is writing that of all the emotions which surged through me as I stood on the summit of Everest. So now finally he was there on Mount Everest. He was a successful climber and he was able to climb on the highest peak, the highest point of the world, that is the Mount Everest. So when finally he was standing on that highest point, so at that time he was having so many emotions. So now he is writing that on all the emotions that surged means arose. Okay, so many emotions were arising in him. So उन सभी emotions में से now he is saying that the most important one. Okay, so let's see the meaning. First of all, summit we all know that is the highest point, or we can say the peak. And what panorama means? It means a view of a wide area. And what dominant means? Dominant means prominent, or we can say the most important one. And humility means to have the ability of be humble, or we can say to be very polite. So now Mr. Ahluwalia is writing, he wanted wanted to say this thing, that when finally he was standing there on Mount Everest, that is the summit of the world, that is the highest point of the world. So obviously he was very much happy and he was having so many feelings, he was having so many emotions. But the most prominent, or we can say the most dominant, or we can say the most important emotion that he was having at that time was humility. That most important emotion that he was having was the ability to be humble. So yes, he was there on Mount Everest and he was having so many emotions, right? And now he was looking over miles of panorama below, right? He was standing on the highest point and the entire world was below him, and he was having the panorama, he was having a very wide view of the entire world. So yes, at that time he was having so many emotions, so many feelings, but the most important feeling, the most dominant, the most prominent emotion was to be very humble, to be very polite. Clear? The physical in me seemed to say, thank God, it's all over. So now yes, obviously he was very much happy, he was very much delighted, and he's saying that the physical in me seemed to say, thank God, it's all over. So after doing so many efforts, after facing so many problems, so many difficulties, so many challenges, finally he was there on the highest point of the world. So yes, he just wanted to thank God that now finally it's all over. And students, in this picture you all can see this is the highest point of the world, that is Mount Everest, and Mr. Ahluwalia, he was standing here, and from here he was able to see the panorama of the entire view that was there below him. So he was standing on the highest point and the entire earth was below him. So he was looking towards that panorama, he was looking towards that wider view that was below him, and he was having so many feelings, so many emotions, but the prominent one was to be humble, to be polite. And at that time he just wanted to thank God that finally all over. However, instead of being jubilant, there was a tinge of sadness, and now he is saying that at that time he should be very happy, he should be very delighted, but he is writing that instead of being jubilant, there was a tinge of sadness. So let's see the meaning first. Jubilant means very happy, and tinge means we can say a shade. So he is writing that instead of being very happy, very delighted, he was having a shade of sadness. So what is this? How contrary is this, that obviously he should be very happy, very delighted, full of happiness, but he is writing that instead of being happy, he was having a shade of sadness. Why? Let's see. Was it because I had already done the ultimate in climbing, and there would be nothing higher to climb, and all roads hereafter would lead down? So why he was having the feeling of sadness? Instead of being happy, instead of being delighted, instead of being jubilant, why he was having the feeling of sadness? So now he is giving the answer, and he is writing that this feeling of sadness was there because Mr. Ahluwalia, he had already done the ultimate in climbing. So what ultimate means? Ultimate means we can say the final thing, the highest point. So yes, already he was the successful climber, and he was able to climb the Mount Everest, that is the highest point, that is the highest peak of the world. So was he sad because of this thing, that जो ultimate चीज़ है, जो फाइनल चीज़ है इन क्लाइंबिंग, राइट, वो उसे कवर कर चुके हैं, वो उसको सक्सेसफुली पूरा कर चुके हैं, एंड नाउ देयर वुड बी नथिंग हायर, बिकॉज माउंट एवरेस्ट से हायर कुछ भी नहीं है, और जो हायर पॉइंट है, जो अल्टीमेट पॉइंट है, जो फिनाले पॉइंट है, उसे वो ऑलरेडी कवर कर चुके हैं. सो नाउ देयर विल बी नो मोर चैलेंजेस, नाउ देयर विल बी नो मोर नेक्स्ट मिशन फॉर हिम. सो वॉज दिस द रीजन दैट ही वॉज हैविंग द फीलिंग ऑफ सैडनेस, बिकॉज नाउ देयर विल will be nothing higher to climb, and now all roads hereafter would lead down, because Mount Everest से higher तो कोई भी road नहीं है. अब जो सारी roads हैं वो कहाँ जाती हैं? They would lead down only. Okay, so now he was having this question in his mind, that why he was having a shade of sadness, why instead of being happy he was having the feeling of sadness. So now he was having this question, he was asking to himself that was this the reason, because now all the roads that are there in front of him, now all the options that he was having, all the roads, they are going down only. Now there is no higher road for him, now there is no higher peak for him to climb. So was this the reason for his sadness? Clear? By climbing the summit of Everest, you are overwhelmed by a deep sense of joy and thankfulness. So let's see the meaning. What overwhelmed means? Overwhelmed means too much emotions, or we can say to have so many emotions. So now Mr. Ahluwalia is writing that by climbing the summit of Everest, it means when you are successful to climb the highest point of the world, when you are standing there on the summit of Everest, so at that time you are overwhelmed by a deep sense of joy, and as well as you are having a deep sense of thankfulness. Okay, so at that time obviously you are having a deep feeling of joy, because you know, after facing so many challenges, so many difficulties, finally you are standing there. That is the, you know, dream destination for you. So yes, obviously you are having so much happiness, so much joy, and at the same time you are having a feeling of thankfulness. It is a joy which lasts a lifetime, and now we all can imagine that yes, this is a joy that lasts a lifetime. The memory of this joy one person never ever is able to forget, because yes, this is something very big achievement for a climber that is able to climb Mount Everest, and never ever in his life he will be able to forget this moment of happiness. The experience changes you completely, and now Mr. Ahluwalia is writing that, you know, this experience, what experience he is talking about here? The experience to climb Mount Everest. So he is writing that, you know, when finally you are able to climb Mount Everest, so this experience changes you, this experience creates so many changes, this experience creates a huge transformation within you. Okay, so yes, this experience changes you completely, thoroughly. The man who has been to the mountains is never the same again, and this is the reason that now Mr. Ahluwalia is writing that the man, the person who has been to the mountains, never ever he is the same again. It means before coming to the mountains, before climbing to the mountains, you may be someone else, but after you know, climbing the mountains, you will be a completely changed person. Now you are not the same again. Why? Because this experience changes you completely. So now when you are able to climb the mountains, so this experience will bring so many changes, this experience will bring a huge transformation, and now you are, you know, not the same again. As I look back at life after climbing Everest, I cannot help remarking about the other summit, the summit of the mind, no less formidable and no easier to climb. And now Mr. Ahluwalia is writing that when he looked back at life after climbing Everest, it means when he was a successful climber who was able to climb Mount Everest. So now when he was looking back at his life, so at that time he can't help himself remarking about the other summit. Okay, so now he was able to climb the highest summit of the world, that is Mount Everest, but now he was thinking about the other summit. So what is this other summit? This is the summit of the mind, and this is known as the summit within. That is the title of our chapter. So what it means? It means the summit of the mind. It means Mr. Ahluwalia, yes, he was able to have a control on the summit, on the highest point of the world, but now he wanted to conquer his own summit, or we can say the summit of his mind, or we can say the summit within. And he's writing, he's adding this thing that this summit no less formidable and no easier to climb. So let's see the meaning first. Formidable means we can say impressive or very excellent. So he is writing that this summit, that is the summit of the mind, it is no less formidable, it is no less impressive, and yes, it is no easier to climb, right? अगर हम कहते हैं कि माउंट एवरेस्ट पे क्लाइम करना, it is full of difficulties, it is full of challenges, so it is the summit of the mind. अपने माइंड को कॉन्कर करना, अपने माइंड को कंट्रोल करना, अपने माइंड के हाईएस्ट पॉइंट तक जाना, it is also not at all easy, and yes, it is very much formidable, it is very much important, it is very much excellent. Clear? Even when getting down from the summit, once the physical exhaustion had gone, I began asking myself the question why I had climbed Everest. And now he is writing that when he was getting down from the summit, it means when he was there on the summit, on the highest point of Everest, so he was there for a very long time, and now finally when he was getting down, right, जब वो वापस माउंट एवरेस्ट से नीचे आ रहे थे, so at that time obviously he was full of exhaustion, he was having so much tiredness, but when that physical exhaustion that had gone, now finally when he was relaxed, when finally उनकी जितनी भी tiredness थी, exhaustion था, जब वो पूरा settle हो जाता है, so now he started asking himself this question. So what question now he was having, that why he had climbed Everest. So now he was having this question, he was asking to himself that what was the reason that he climbed Everest, what was the reason that he faced so many difficulties, so many challenges just to climb Mount Everest. So what was the reason? He just want to have the answer, and he was asking to himself. Why did the act of reaching the summit have such a hold on my imagination? And one more question was there, that was there in his mind, and he wanted to have the answer, that why this act of reaching the summit when he was there on the highest point of Everest, so why this act have a hold on his imagination? It was already a thing of the past, something done yesterday. So now he was having these important questions in his mind, and yes, obviously he wanted to have the answer, that why this act on reaching the summit, this was having a hold on his imagination, why he was remembering those moments again and again, why all those moments were there still in his mind. And next he is adding this thing, that it was already a thing of the past, something done yesterday, because अब एक पूरा डे जो था वो पास हो चुका था, अब एक न्यू डे आ चुका था, but still those moments were there in his mind, in his memory. So why those moments were having a hold in his mind? He wanted to have the answer, because now those things, those moments were the memory of the past, because that thing happened yesterday, a day before. With every passing day it would become more remote, and now when the days will pass, so with the passing of each and every day, this memory, these moments, they will become more and more remote, they will become more and more far away, right? Because आज तो हम कह सकते हैं कि कल की बात है, फिर हम 5 दिन बाद बोलेंगे कि ये तो 5 days पहले की बात है, फिर हम बोलेंगे 1 month पहले की बात है. So with the passing of the time, with the passing of the days, these memories, these moments, they will be more remote, they will be more far away in time. And then what would remain? So now suppose बहुत time हो चुका है इस summit को, इस expedition को. So now he is having one more question here, that what would remain there? Would my memories fade slowly away? So again he is having this question, that with the passing of the time, will his memory also fade away? Okay, because now at this moment all the memories of this experience, all the moments of this expedition, they were completely in his mind, in his memory, and he was having all those moments. But now he is having this question, that will the with the passing of the time, these memories, these happy moments, will they also fade away? All these thoughts led me to question myself as to why people climb mountains. So yes, at that time he was having so many thoughts, so many questions in his mind, and finally he wanted to ask this question, that why people climb mountains, what is the reason, what is the purpose, what is the motive of the people that force them to climb the mountains. So what is the basic reason for all the climbers who try to climb mountains? It it is not easy to answer the question, and now he is thinking about the answers. So he is saying that the answer of this question is very difficult, and it is not at all easy to give the answer of this question, that why the climbers they climb the mountains. The simplest answer would be, as others have said, because it is there. So now he is thinking about the answer. So first of all he is saying that the answer of this question is very difficult, very complicated actually, and next he is adding that the simplest answer of this question, that why the people they climb the mountains. So the simplest answer, and this answer so many people are having this answer also. And what is this answer? The answer is because it is there. It means the mountain, राइट. सो ये बहुत ही कॉमन सा आंसर है जब भी किसी से पूछा जाता है दैट जब भी किसी क्लाइंबर से पूछते हैं दैट व्हाई डू यू क्लाइंब द माउंटेन्स. सो दिस इज द सिंपलेस्ट एंड द मोस्ट कॉमन आंसर दैट ऑल द क्लाइंबर्स आर हैविंग. दे जस्ट आंसर दैट ओके वी क्लाइंब द माउंटेन्स बिकॉज द माउंटेन्स आर देयर. ओके, वो बहुत ही सिंपल सा आंसर वो देते हैं कि माउंटेन्स हैं, दिस इज द रीजन दैट वी क्लाइंब द माउंटेन्स. इट प्रेजेंट्स ग्रेट डिफिकल्टीज, मैन टेक्स डिलाइट इन ओवरकमिंग obstacle. And one more option can be there, one more answer can be there of this question, that why people climb the mountains. So we can write this answer also, that climbing the mountains it presents so many difficulties. And yes, we all are agreed with this thing, that obviously it is not at all an easy task to climb the mountains. One climber has to face so many difficulties, so many challenges, so many problems, right? They have to face about the bad weather, and so much physical strength is needed. So yes, it is a very tough task, very difficult task, and all the people they take delight, they feel happiness in overcoming obstacles. So what overcoming means? Overcome means to win something, and obstacle means problems, or we can say difficulties. So this is a common human tendency, this is a common human nature, that when we overcome the difficulties, when we win the problems, then we obviously feel so much happiness. At that time we are so much delighted. So maybe this is the reason that climbers they climb the mountains, because it is a very tough task. और जब फाइनली वो सक्सेसफुल होते हैं, जब फाइनली वो माउंटेन्स को क्लाइंब कर पाते हैं, देन दे रियलाइज कि उन्होंने कितने सारे चैलेंजेस फेस किए हैं, कितनी सारी प्रॉब्लम उन्होंने ओवरकम की है. सो एट दैट टाइम जो फीलिंग होती है हैप्पीनेस की, वो जितने डिलाइटेड होते हैं. सो मे बी बिकॉज ऑफ दैट फीलिंग they actually climb the mountains. The obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical, and now Mr. Ahluwalia is talking about the problems, the challenges, the difficulties that all the climbers they have to face. So he is citing that all the obstacles, or we can say the problems, the difficulties, the challenges that are there in climbing a mountain, they are physical, right? Physically बहुत strong होना पड़ता है, physically आपको बिल्कुल fit होना पड़ता है, then only you will be able to climb a mountain. A climb to a summit means endurance, persistence and willpower. And next is talking about some of the characteristics, some of the qualities that are very much needed, that are very much required to be a successful climber. So he is writing that a climb to a summit, if you wanted to climb the highest point, if you wanted to reach to the highest peak, then obviously you must have endurance, you must have persistence, and you must have a very strong willpower. So what it means? Endurance means toleration. So always you have to be ready to tolerate all the difficulties. Always you have to ready to persist. Persistence means continuity, right? And willpower means determination. It means you have to face so many difficulties. So the toleration should be there. You have to tolerate all the difficulties. You have to face all the difficult time, and consistency should be there, because yes, consistency is the key of success. So you have to be consistent, and yes, you should have a very strong willpower. Determination should be there. The demonstration of these physical qualities is no doubt exhilarating, as it was for me also. And now he is writing that the demonstration of these physical qualities. So first of all he is writing about qualities like endurance, persistence and willpower, and next he is saying that the demonstration of these physical qualities. So demonstration demonstration means to show something. It means when a climber is able to show all the qualities that yes, he is having the endurance, he is very much consistent, and he is having a very strong power. So when he is able to show all the qualities, right, then no doubt this thing is very much exhilarating, this thing is very much exciting. And yes, now he is writing that this thing was very much exciting for him also. So he is writing that he was not at all exception of this thing, he was also very much happy when he showed that yes, he was having all these things, he was having toleration power, endurance power, he was consistent, and yes, he was having a very strong willpower, he was very much determined. So when Mr. Ahluwalia, when he showed these all these things, so yes, he was also very much excited, he was very much exhilarating, he was very much happy. I have a more personal answer to the question. Now again he is talking about that question, that why the climbers, they climb the mountains. So now he is writing that he is having a more personal answer to this question. So first of all he talked about the most common answer, the most simple answer, and now he is talking about his own answer, his personal answer of this question. From my childhood I have been attracted by mountains. I had been miserable, lost when away from mountains in the plains. So now he is writing his own answer that अगर कोई उनसे पूछे, मिस्टर अहलूवालिया से पूछे that why do you climb the mountain, so he is giving his own answers, and he is saying that from his childhood, when he was a small child, so at that time he was very much attracted by the mountains. So now he is writing that when he was a child, he was the small boy, so तब से he was having a great fascination, he was having a great interest towards the mountains, and whenever he was away from the mountains, whenever वो mountains से दूर चले जाते थे, जब वो plains में होते थे, so at that time he was very miserable, he was very lost. It means जब वो mountains में रहा करते थे, so he was very much happy, he was delighted because he was having a great fascination, a very deep interest towards mountains. And whenever he was far away from the mountains, whenever he was in the plains, so at that time he was having the feelings of that he is very miserable, he is very much lost. Mountains are nature at its best. So Mr. Ahluwalia, he was having the feeling of interest towards the mountains since his childhood. Why? Because for him mountains, they are actually nature at its best. And yes, we all agree with this thing that whenever we go to any mountain, whenever we go to any hill station, then we are very much attracted toward the nature, because जो nature होती है that is at its best form only on mountain. जो plains होते हैं वहाँ पे nature इतनी beautiful हमें नहीं लगती है, वहाँ पे इतनी greenery नहीं होती है, but whenever you go to any mountain, whenever you go to any hill station, you will find that yes, nature is there, beautiful nature is there. So Mr. Ahluwalia, he is saying the same thing, and he is saying that for him mountains, they were having nature as its best. Their beauty and majesty pose a great challenge, and like many, I believe that mountains are a means of communion with God. And next he is writing that their beauty, there means mountains beauty, and majesty. Majesty means something that is very impressive. So he is saying that yes, mountains, they are very beautiful, they are very impressive things, and all these things pose a great challenge. And like so many other people, Mr. Ahluwalia, he also used to believe this thing that mountains, they are actually a means of communion with God. So what communion means? Communion means to make a very close relation. So this is something एक ऐसी चीज है, there are so many people who believe on this thing that mountains, they are a means, they are a source of communion with God. And Mr. Ahluwalia, he is also having this kind of belief, he was having this kind of belief in his mind that yes, this is very much true, that mountains, they are a means, or we can say they are a source to have a communion, to make a close relationship with God, right? Why? Because yes, nature is there, beautiful nature is there, and जब आप mountain पे होते हो, then only you can have this kind of feeling, then only you can have this kind of realization, then you can make a very close relation with God. Okay, so all these things are about Mr. Ahluwalia that we have read, and we will read more about his journey, more about his summit, not only the summit that is Mount Everest, but also the summit to within. Okay, in the next video we will continue the chapter. See you in the next video. Thank you.